That's a nice image right there.
I took it.
Looks good. Look at those patches.
Yeah.
I took a bunch of pictures today.
So which ones are you missing at this point?
There's like 8 en route and then none. I'm just waiting for the Hispanic heritage to hit the site in depth.
That should be next week. There are a few lingering pieces that didn't get shipped on time, but they should. And I did get the two-tone that you've been wanting to talk about.
Oh, God, I love that hat. That's Roberto Clemente.
Yeah.
And I think Willie Mays played for them too.
Puerto Rico. There are a lot of the well-known ones that spent some time down there.
Oh, absolutely. Willie Mays, Roberto Clemente. There's a ton of them, man. Those are the two biggest names, but there's a ton.
Yeah, and Roberto Clemente, I mean, I think sometimes he gets a lot of credit, but I don't know if you can ever give him as much credit as he deserves.
No, I got to be honest with you, man. I used to talk to Trent Boyd about that a lot. I said, Jackie Robinson gets a majority of the notoriety, and rightfully so. But there's not enough love for Roberto Clemente.
Mm-mm.
I think that's part of the purpose of this program, right? Is to just broaden people's awareness in general.
Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit too. I have a lot of thoughts on the effectiveness of how this is rolled out and the product itself, but I don't want to get into that yet. I certainly want to share my thoughts around why I personally think this is really well done. We'll get there though, I'm sure, naturally.
Yeah.
There's a lot of components to it, and it's almost like I kind of formulated some of my thoughts, and then I watched those 3 deconstructed videos with Jason and Bob, and I started to connect some dots that I was already thinking, but it kind of solidified it for me. So I certainly want to share some of those points.
Yeah, Jason just got off of Lids Live, and I thought, I mean, the product, he just crushed it. Just amazing.
I met him at DesignerCon.
Oh, did you? He's a great person. Yeah. We're lucky to have him, to be honest.
He was trying to sell me stuff, though. He's trying to get me to do my hats with him.
Hey, he's hustling. That's a good thing.
He was hustling for sure, man. He's a good dude.
We love the hustlers. That's a good fit for Lids if you're hustling.
Well, he was certainly hustling. I really enjoyed my conversation with him.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. He's got a great eye for design. And I mean, he's a designer by trade, but he really understands the inner workings of the factories overseas and how to communicate with them and get what we need. And, it takes iterations to get it right. And he's been phenomenal in that regard.
Yeah, no, his Instagram's starting to shape up nicely too.
Yeah, for sure.
I was taking a look at his Instagram. He's certainly putting his stamp on that too. It looks like a designer's Instagram.
I'd hope so.
We're gonna have quite a few people join us here, and then we're gonna dive into this. But for those of you that are just joining us, hit that like button on the way in. You tell me what other content creators have the president of Lids with them on a pretty regular basis. So hit that like button for us. And then also, Leon has pinned the link to our Discord in the comments. If you're not already engaged with the Discord, if you haven't already joined, go join. It's about to go discoverable pretty soon, right, Jason? I think we got 8 days left?
Yeah, maybe 10. Yeah, something like that.
Once it's discoverable, I mean, it's just going to be no holds barred, man. It's just going to
watch out.
Yeah, watch out. It's going to get crazy in there. And that's when I'm going to have to up the moderator team.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, everyone thinks you run the Discord, though, Jason.
Yeah, well, good for them. I don't run anything in there.
I'm kind of happy that they think you do, because then they don't bug me.
Yeah, no. Donovan runs the Discord.
Discord Don for a reason.
Yep.
We're meeting Donovan tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's pretty excited.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little Lids event. He's coming to the office.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to get started here?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Vault. We are back with some more exclusive content. Jason, Leon, and Pierre here. We have Britten president of Lids, in the house today. So Pierre, take it away. Hope you guys enjoy.
Man, I'm excited. I'm going to be honest with you. Lids gave me 2 of these. I then bought 57. So
Jesus.
or maybe 6.
Gateway hat.
So yes, Lids did seed me 2 hats. So everyone relax. And a jersey. And then I proceeded to spend way too much money because I'm just going to put this up front. I'm not paid by anybody other than my job. And then that's taken by my children and hats and my utilities and those sorts of things. But I want to be clear here. I would not have gone all in on these if I didn't love these things. These things are insane. Now I'm ready to say there's a lot of reasons to love things, but this one's got so much to love. It's really hard to articulate it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I had to pick a collection of the year right now, it would be, I don't know if I'd separate them, like in say the Negro League collection and then the Black Fives and the Harlem Globetrotters. But listen, collectively, it's got to be in the conversation of the best collection of the year.
I would agree.
I mean, every hat is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to narrow down my top 10 Negro League caps. I'll show that to you guys after we kind of get into this. But I can't say enough about these things, man. The patchwork, the embroidery, the quality, the cap.
No collection will be as broad as this one. That's one thing that will keep it apart from all others is the breadth of this and the units and the stores it's in and the fact that it's also on the website. I mean, this is a huge collection. It's not like a drop. And I think one thing that's really important to us is this wasn't a Black History Month gimmick. We were thinking about Black History Month and how we could make something impactful and genuine. We're talking last year. And we want to do something that would last beyond the month. And so this is actually a program that will be 365 at Lids that we're committing to year round for years to come. That's how important it is to us. And I also think
I feel it, man. I feel it, Britton. I listen, I think that's the important thing is it's not like this like flash in the pan sort of like, let's just get this out there. Let's kind of check this off a list. It's going to become ingrained and entwined in what you do at Lids, which is really celebrate this era, right? And the players in this era and the organizations and you know and to some degree the struggle. And I think that's what I love about this. It's not going to be something that's just once and done. It's like, all right, this is part of what we do at Lids. You know, and that's kind of the impression I got from both talking to you, but also watching these 3D constructed videos that I watched a couple of times. And we'll put the links for those into the description of this video as well if people want to get more in tune with some of the designer vision behind it, right? And I think Jason does a great job articulating, not this Jason, but Jason at Lids does a great job articulating what it feels like as a Black man to be engaged in this as well, and to see this come to fruition. So I thought it was just fantastic. But I do want to ask you, Britton, so tell us about how this came to fruition. Like how did this start? Like where did you start with this?
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for it. One of which was we didn't feel like we had an impactful Black History Month statement in 21, and we wanted to step up our game and do something bigger. But one thing that myself and Alex, who's running our marketing, felt pretty adamant about is we didn't want it to be 1 month. We didn't want it to be like a sales thing to, you know, participate in Black History Month. There's nothing wrong with Black History Month, but I think it can be gimmicky by a lot of companies. And we wanted this to be something that was genuine to us. So we wanted it to be something that tied to our identity, and our identity is headwear and jerseys, right? So we wanted to make something exclusive for Lids that could only be shopped at Lids. And we want to make a commitment that it's going to be here for a very long time. 365. And frankly, the product that's out there, generally speaking, for these leagues is not necessarily top shelf historically. There's some companies that do it well. Ebbetsfield Flannel does a very nice job. Very small company. They don't have the reach that a lot of other companies do, like Lids. Right.
Well, Britton, if I could have you pause there for a second. These guys will tell you the only place I would buy a Negro League hat prior to this collection was Ebbetsfield. Prior to this.
I mean, you didn't have many options prior to this.
Well, bingo. That's a big part of this is we didn't feel like there was a lot. We knew that fitted headwear was very scarce going into this year, right? And it was difficult to allocate units away from Major League Baseball and the NFL and the NBA. And so we wanted to see if we could do this in-house, do it ourselves. And so that was what we did. And just a few shout outs early on is Bob Durda, who's our head merchant at Lids. He took the initiative to reach out to 3 organizations: Negro League Baseball with Bob Kendrick, the Black Fives with Claude Johnson, and then Harlem Globetrotters with Natalie Seton. And he worked these licensing deals individually. And then Jason Scott, who's our designer, used to work for Mitchell & Ness prior. He spent months working this product line, and Bob and Jason went iteration after iteration to get the product right so that it would be something that we'd be proud of. And they nailed it. And then the other name I want to hit on is Callie Sandoval, who really worked the blocking and tackling with the factories to make sure all the I's were dotted and T's were crossed, and then the Lids marketing team getting the message out. And I think that can't be understated. The awareness about this program is off the charts. And even just the first day of sales on our official launch on 2/28 was incredible.
I listen, I went into a couple of different Lid stores and they were loaded with them. And what was fun about the experience I had in both Yonkers and Danbury, Connecticut was the employees were energized by it too. And they were excited about it. So I saw in both stores when I went in, funny enough, they were putting jerseys out and they were talking about how great the jerseys were. And I got a chance to see the Harlem Globetrotters jersey in the Yonkers location. And I mean, I was floored, man. I mean, it felt like a high quality piece of apparel. And the hats were right there with them, man. I mean, just fantastic stuff. And I don't ever say I like things that I don't. These things are tremendous. Tremendous. I can't believe I bought all of them. I still can't.
Because one of the big things we were curious about was the headwear, right? Mm-hmm. We're Lids, we're home of the fitted. We actually own that trademark, home of the fitted. And for us, getting a fitted silhouette for this program, right, was critical. And it's very tricky. And it took a lot of tries. We had a lot of hats that didn't make it, and we went back and forth. But I think the fit and the sizing, and I've been harsh on the visor because it's a little stiffer than I personally would like, but it's grown on me a lot. And if you look at, you can get a curve on any of these and wear it happily. And I think once you get the curve, I think it's there for life, and it's really, really nice. Look no further than the one you got on Pierre. No one curves.
I'm a master curver. I'm a master curver, but yeah, they do hold it good. It is a different material than what. So the one thing I say people would find different from what they're accustomed to would be perhaps that the brim is a little stiffer. But if you're someone that's worn one brand or the other, you're going to get used to it. It's just about getting yourself comfortable with it. And for folks, I just want to share with everyone, I see some comments in there about Santurce and some of the other Hispanic heritage caps. Those are coming. There's some on the site now. I picked up what was on there, but there's more coming. And depth to size will be there too, I would assume, right? Right, Britton? Yeah,
there's one truck that got delivered late to Fanatics who runs lids.com, and they're putting them up anytime, but most likely into early next week. But yes, there's more to come, including some additional Harlem Globetrotter pieces, the apparel. So jerseys and shorts, and then some of the Spanish leagues that we participated in, like Santurce.
Yeah, I got to get me one of those. That's a nice looking hat.
Yeah, there's some great stuff. But let's talk a little bit about. I do want to share what I like about the hats, and there's something that's very important to me to talk about really quick, and it's the fact that these are also educational pieces. So obviously these are not going to be era appropriate builds. That's not what this is about. This is about modernizing and really like kind of commemorating this era, right? So if you take a look, right, what I like about it is, first of all, the structure of the cap is comfortable and it's something that I feel used to. But what I like about the side patches is I love that it's kind of commemorating the year in a lot of them. Not all, but in a lot of them. And it's got the name of the team. And also on the back, it's got, the city. So what I like about this is the fact that it's also teaching people at the same time. So your average everyday doesn't understand or know every nuance about these teams or what logos on the front. They don't even know, a lot of people don't. But this kind of lays it out in a way that's modern and feels good. Mm-hmm. So if you had just put this just like this, right? And you threw this on the back, you're missing a chance to engage folks that need this or want this. So to me, it was put together in such a smart and clean way. I don't know, man. It just really hits on all cylinders. You got a guy like me who's familiar with Negro League baseball, understands what the logos are. But for those that don't, or those that want this, you have this opportunity here. And the thing is constructed so well. So well. I'm going to tell you one thing, right? Every 7 1/4 I got, it popped on my head. Guess what happened when I popped it on my head? It fit.
Yep.
It fit. Every one of these hats, when I put it on my head, felt the same. You know how rare that is nowadays? And I don't want to go stand on my soapbox for too long, or Lids soapbox, but I got to tell you, man, every one of these fit.
Exactly the same. Lids was kind enough to send me 3, and every single hat fit exactly the same.
We like Jason a little better than Pierre. So
no, I think you guys did send me 3.
I mean,
yes, 2 grays, and then I lied, everybody. It was 3. It was 2 Homestead grays, and then the Wrens.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Wrens is a great hat, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It is. But just fantastic, man. I think you kind of melded 2 worlds, right? This era prior to baseball being into, the segregation ending in baseball. And then, today, it just looks modern, but still memorializes it the right way, remembers it the right way. It's I don't know, man. These are just great. I'd love to hear from Jason and Leon what your thoughts were.
Me, I've been collecting Negro League hats anytime they come out. I like the look and the feel. I like how you guys modernized it. You didn't take any shortcuts. There's no woven patches or anything. I even like the insert it comes with that you can put back after you're done wearing. The whole thing's solid. The shorts are cool. From the upgraded rope to the pockets to the double mesh, everything's just solid. You guys didn't take any shortcuts, so that's what I'm most impressed about. So if you can tell a story, have a great history, and still kind of commemorate the past, I'm all for it.
You're about to show us something. Let's see it.
Yeah, there's just some call outs here, right? So I want to hit on one thing is we intentionally wanted to put a modern twist on this. If you want an authentic, go to Evansfield Flannel. They make the best authentics. It'll be the authentic material. Everything about it will be true to the era. But we want to make something that people would want to wear out in a lot of different occasions and feel fly doing so. And so there's a lot of detail in these things. So little things like the aglets. It's no shortcuts, right? And the quality on the drawstring, deep pockets. So you're not going to have your cell phone falling out of these things. This I love the all over on this one's crazy. Dang, and then on the back, we got a back pocket with a zipper. So when you look at that, you got the zipper right there. And obviously that's just a plus. A lot of shorts don't come with back pockets, but if you're wearing it every day, you want to put your wallet back there, right? Then you got a zipper to keep it tight. And so just little things like that, the hems on the shorts. And there's just no shortcuts here. We went over the top to make sure that all the details were there. I would put this short up against any that are out there in the industry. So you got to go to a store, go to Lids, check them out. But I don't think you can ask for a higher quality short. And that's my personal opinion. But I think you'd be hard pressed to find one better quality.
Listen, even the price point on the jerseys, is solid.
Mhm.
It's a solid price point on a jersey. I mean, and they're good quality. I mean, this is like this. I don't know. You guys packed a lot of quality into a very, very affordable price point, which I think is fantastic because it's going to get into more people's hands. And I think that's part of the power of Lids, right? The ability to price such quality at a more reasonable price, which is a big competitive advantage for you guys. And I think we all know that. Jason, what are your thoughts on the product so far from what you've seen? Because I do want to get into some of the hats.
Yeah, no. I was originally pretty skeptical about the Rings and Crowns brand, but as soon as I got one in hand, I was very, very impressed. The fit is fantastic. The construction quality is unparalleled. It's 100% poly, but it feels like old wool, like nice broken in wool. And like I said, the fit, the visor, the curve is perfect on that. Yeah, I was blown away by the hat. Now I haven't seen the clothing yet, but I'm gonna go check out my Lids tomorrow. Hopefully they have some there. The other thing I was impressed by was the depth of the collection, right? Like we know a lot about the Negro League and the history of the Negro League, but not a lot of people realize they're these Spanish leagues. Or, I wasn't even very familiar with the Black Fives and all those teams that were involved there and the NBA pre-integration. So it was really cool to see all of those teams brought to the forefront as well.
Well, there are three collections. I think Pierre hit on this, but you got Negro League baseball, you got Black Fives, which is an NBA, pre-NBA black segregated league, and then you have Harlem Globetrotters, right? Also basketball, which a lot of people are familiar with. But I really like our overarching campaign, which is they gave us game, because we are talking about segregation and a time where talented individuals did not have a chance to display their talent on the same stage as white men, right? And to us, we're not shying away from that. We're embracing it. We're running into it. And we have actually additional materials. So if you go to theygaveusgame.com, that's a microsite that we've developed that has educational material on there. And, on the hang tags of the products, there's references to that too. But I'd encourage everyone who wants to be more familiar with it to go to theygaveusgame.com. There's rich history there. You can follow Negro League Baseball, Black Fives, Harlem Globetrotters on Instagram, look at their websites. But this is about education and becoming smart on a time and an era, and all the talented individuals that played. Yeah. Not everyone got to break the barrier like Jackie Robinson did, right? And so there's a lot of people that never got on the big stage that were incredible talents and performed at the very highest level.
Josh Gibson being one of them, right? I mean, everyone talks that Josh Gibson's one of the most well-known in terms of he may have been, the best player to ever play the game. He may have been the Babe Ruth, or you just never know. And that's the unfortunate part of the era. But I think you all did a fantastic job in kind of doing your part to really shine a light on it. So, and I'm really pleased with it. So I do want to show, if it's okay with you guys, I do want to show my 10 favorite so far of the Negro League collection, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. So no particular order, right? But this is my first one. And look at the inside of these. Look at this. The quality.
Yeah.
The Monarchs.
That's
this one,
cool
we've
logo.
seen a lot of this one, right? Going around.
Mm-hmm.
The Monarchs might have the best three in the collection.
There's more than three.
Is there?
Yes.
Yeah,
Leon.
there's
you know why I know?
6.
He's got them all.
Kept adding to the goddamn cart.
I thought I only saw 3. All
right. Next up.
I love this hat. Philadelphia Stars.
And I've had this patch on the sleeves of many Major League jerseys and also Negro League jerseys. All right. We'll stay in the stars theme right here.
Ooh.
Detroit.
These patches, I don't know if the camera's getting them really good, but my God.
I don't even know if I saw that one.
The
Damn, that's a
detail
nice
on the
looking hat.
embroidery is phenomenal. Like, I'll be honest, I've seen samples and, you know, the final production, I was just blown away.
Mm-hmm. The Elite Giants. That's a good.
You know what?
looking one.
I heard in that deconstructed video, they were pronouncing it Baltimore Elite Giants. I'm not sure if that's legit. I think it's the Elite Giants, but I don't know. That's how I heard them pronouncing it. Maybe that's the right pronunciation.
He was talking about like trips to the Smithsonian to get the right logo patterns and make sure all the placements are right. That was cool.
This one's beautiful, man.
Ooh.
That's a fun one. The
The
colors on
Miami
it.
Giants. And this patch is on a couple of the other hats, but this one
Mhm.
incorporated that color that's in the front logo.
And that patch is on all the jerseys on the sleeve.
So nice.
And Downhill says it's Elite Giants.
Yep. Yeah. All right, Seattle Steelheads. This thing brings like Brooklyn Dodger vibes, but you know, obviously it's
That's that
not.
piping.
I picked the one with the piping. There's two. There's a navy one like this too, but I like this two-tone.
There was quite a bit of piping in this collection.
Yeah,
There
It's
was.
nice to see. Yeah.
Look at how beautiful this hat is, man.
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one. Never seen that logo.
We've seen Steelheads before, but not in that.
Yeah,
not
like a
done
plain
like that.
S.
Check this one out.
Oof.
St. Louis.
Yeah. Oh man, might have to go back and get that one.
Now, these are just the 10 favorites. I just went through real quick and picked my 10 favorites. This is probably my favorite side patch, though.
The red undervisor is cool.
The clowns. Yeah. that's a
Yeah.
good one. I
Look at
gotta
this,
get
man.
one. I gotta get
Ooh.
this.
The fun fact on that one is that was the first team Hank Aaron played for as a professional ball player.
Yeah, he also played for the Atlanta Black Crackers as well, I think, right? I think.
I think he went from there to the Boston Braves, I thought, but I'm not a historian. But
And just for anyone that's wondering, I don't know if my camera can pick it up. I'll do it with a darker hat. I'll show you the side hat on it, on the other side. This is my favorite Negro League cap. I think that this one was pulled off extremely well.
Yeah, the Memphis Red Sox.
What they did there, inside the embroidery, they've got that red. That's insane, man.
Yeah,
Pull
that's
that
hard
off.
to do. That's hard to do.
If there's one cap you get just for the ingenuity behind the design itself, it's this one. Memphis Red Sox. I doubled up on this one because I'm going to wear one and I'm going to keep one for the collection.
Solid.
This is it right here. This is
That's
my
a good
favorite.
one. That's a good one.
Yep, fantastic. Now, let me show you my three favorite Black Fives caps. But first, I'm going to show you. You got me to wear a Black Nasty. I want everyone to see this. Take your screenshot now, because I'm wearing a Black Nasty. But I love this hat too. All right, so these are the three I liked from the Black. No, I liked them all, but you know, I just want to show this.
This one.
It's good.
for Maury. So
Mhm.
good.
The
That
pink
patch
under
is
too.
crazy.
Pink under.
You guys have to pay attention to the inners on this, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of tags on the inside of that one.
But there's nothing, and this is one thing that I thought was great, is this is what the Black Fives view as like their NBA logo. Like that's their logo.
Mhm.
So what I heard on the video too is when you do create the jerseys for the Black Fives, this is going to go where the NBA logo will normally go. Just to really highlight it.
There's jerseys coming. Oh no.
Danger.
But
All right, next up.
It's dangerous. The Wrens, yeah.
This is the team with probably the most storied history from the Black
Yeah.
Fives.
Harlem Renaissance.
Look at this, man. Come on, this thing is smooth as hell, man. And my last favorite I don't know, man. There's something about this I just like.
The script is so cool.
Such a nice hat. And I'll end off with the Harlem Globetrotters. Is that okay?
Yeah.
My favorite one. This thing, I'm going back. I got to get another one of these because I got to wear one.
Yeah,
Look at this thing.
This
thing is slick, man.
Yeah. Oh, the red. Dang it.
So just to show you all, the side of the black fives.
Also on the inside.
What's
Mhm.
that?
Said also on the inside, the
Yep.
physical culture.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good. My only critique on the black fives, I'll tell you, Britton, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. My only critique was the pins. The pin backer needs to house the entire pin stem so it doesn't spin around.
If we're critiquing the pins, we've done pretty good. So I'm feeling good about that.
My only critique is the pin. And the pin itself is great. It's just that the backer isn't deep enough to hold the whole stem, so it spins.
Let me show you three real quick, just because they hit on some stuff you hit on. So here's the black fives, right? But then the logo, the league logo,
Yeah, that's
right
badass.
there, and that is the official league logo.
Mm-hmm.
And so another, just to give Harlem Globetrotters a little more love, different colorway. Everyone loves the Carolina blue, right? With the globe on the side.
Look at the embroidery on the front of that, though. It's incredible.
And then the Spanish leagues we haven't talked a ton about, but I'm wearing Interse, and they have two variations here. So I just love this logo, to be honest with you. I just think that's great. I know Pierre prefers the two-tone.
Ooh.
I love that jersey. It's like a jersey front, man. It's got
like
the
a jersey,
freaking
yeah.
flag on the side.
What is the jersey front? I'm wearing the jersey right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
And then I'll hit just real quick while we're doing show and tell. So we talked about the jerseys. So Brooklyn, this is a button down mesh, right? But then you get on the sleeves. Both sleeves have a hit, not just one sleeve. Both sleeves have a hit. So you got the Royal Giants on the side of that one.
Beautiful.
And then the other sleeve on all of these, actually not on all of them. This one's got the Boston or the Brooklyn B there. Sorry, Brooklyn B.
Yeah.
But you got the Kansas City Monarchs, obviously.
Oh, slick.
And again, button down, but then you got to check out
That's an awesome patch.
Yeah.
Right. And then I mentioned this, but a lot of them have this side patch over here with the, and again, this is a custom patch, but
That's pretty cool.
really cool
Nice.
stuff. And we have both button downs and V-neck. So I'm wearing the V-neck version, but we went all in on this stuff. So instead of just picking like a jersey, almost all teams have two jerseys. You can do the button down or you can do the V-neck. Almost all teams have two colorways, kind of like a home and a road, right? One that's a little more authentic and then one that's a little more loud and disruptive with the fashion color. So we're talking hundreds of SKUs for these three leagues, and you're going to find them in 400 Lids stores. So pretty big bite of the apple. And then they're on lids.com, a couple stragglers, but all Negro League baseball's on there, missing a few of the Spanish leagues and missing a couple of the Harlem Globetrotter apparel pieces that are coming. And then the fun part is if you love it, we've already bought and designed Wave 2, which will have variations of all this stuff for summer.
Dang.
Start
Well,
saving now.
No shit.
But listen, I just got to say too, man, I see people in there saying, hope you hit. You can hit right now.
Yeah, they're all up there right now. And
Like,
basically full size runs.
yeah, go,
Mhm.
go get them. And I
And
think
they
with your
just hit
access
stores.
pass, you're talking about a good discount too.
Yeah, and they just hit stores. So if you have a Lid store near you, especially if you're in a major city, like they're going to have a lot of this stuff. Or if it's a home team, right? So if you're in Indy, you're going to have the Indianapolis Clowns. If you're in Kansas City, you're going to have the Monarchs. So, and then if you're a real high volume store, which the collectors out there, you know which ones they are, in Atlanta or New York City, Houston, they're going to have a whole cabinet of this stuff dedicated.
So listen,
Yeah.
I want to make sure, because we're talking a lot about price point and buying these things, but what is the connection? What are we doing, or what are you doing with these respective leagues in connection to what you're making off of this financially?
It's a good point. So there's a big give back element to this. So if you think about the social piece, we're driving education. So if you've been following Lids Instagram, a lot of the Instagram posts are not just the product, but there's actually some educational content. They gave us game.com, which is dedicated to educating people about these leagues. And then the fact that we went and got a license deal with each of the leagues, and some of these teams don't require licenses, but a good majority of them do. But it was important to us to be associated with, for instance, Negro League Baseball, because we're paying them a royalty on every hat we make. We're paying the Harlem Globetrotters a royalty on every hat we make. And same thing with the Black Fives. And so those organizations, that is their funding that drives their mission, right? That's the give back in a big way, that they can take these dollars and reinvest in their own cause. And so that's a big piece. When you're buying these, you're supporting the leagues. And then Lids, above and beyond that, we're taking a portion of the proceeds, and we have something called the Lids Foundation that, just to give an example, in the past, we've done things around breast cancer awareness, Autism Speaks, Boys and Girls Club of America, and we're going to target really youth-oriented initiatives in urban areas to partner with them on social causes. And so when you think about it, it might be like doing something with the Boys and Girls Club of Atlanta, right? Doing something there, because again, the goal being that the audience, a lot of times that's in there, a lot of them are minorities, and especially in the urban areas. And so we want those kids to benefit from this program too. So we'll be doing something on that front as well.
That's awesome, man. This is great stuff. I mean, great product. It's done the right way. I mean, the partnerships and the collaboration that went behind it was done fantastically well. It gives back. I mean, it's shining a light on and educating people on an era that isn't necessarily as well known as it should be, or as understood as it should be. I just think this is fantastic stuff, man. I had to go all in on this because it's different. When you just like the product, it's fine. That's great, But when you believe in what the product's about, how it's being executed, what's being done with that product, it changes it. It makes everything even more engaging. So for those folks that are out there wondering about the next colored UV that's coming out and paying resale on $200, why don't you invest into something like this? Like just avoid one hat at resale. Go to lids.com, pick up 6 of these with your access pass, and call it a day. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. You're not. And that's not a Lids employee talking right now. That's me talking. Yeah. You're not going to regret it. That's it, man.
I'm looking at the jerseys right now. These things are incredible. I see like 8 of them that I want.
Those points.
Nah, man, this is incredible stuff. And Britton, I gotta say, I've been watching your journey prior to becoming the president of Lids up until now, and the stuff that you're doing to me is amazing. So I just want to say that out loud. I want to give you a lot of credit for writing, not that the ship was going, but you've put it in this really good, strong direction that's multifaceted. You're taking care of the collectors, you're taking care of the everydays, you're taking care of the historically the historic events of the sports that really connect with a lot of folks. You're coming at this in multiple different directions. I don't know if everyone else is paying attention as closely as I am, but I'm paying attention. And I see what's happening, and I certainly like it. And I think Jason and Leon would agree with that as well.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's a big team effort. So we have a lot of hardworking folks at the corporate office. We like to say we're a big, small company. There's only a couple hundred of us, but we have a long reach, and we have a lot of people on the email list and a lot of people following us on Instagram, and we can do some good in the world. And we feel like this was an activation that, again, is not going away. It's 365, and we can do some good in the world with this. we're really proud of it.
Yeah, and you should be. This was fantastic. So, guys, any last words before I give Britten a chance to share his closing thoughts here? Any last words from Jason or Leon?
Yeah, dude, go check out theygaveusgame.com. I've been looking at it as we've been talking here. It's got a lot of fantastic information. It's got links not only to the hats online, but a link to where these are in store for all three collections. Leon will put it in the description of the video after we're done here, but fantastic job on that one, Britten. Whoever designed it, whoever put the info up there, give them a big thank you from me. This is a fantastic website.
No, nothing was missed here. Leon, how about you, man? Any last words?
Yeah, I'm just gonna rehash kind of what Jason said. Make sure you check out the Lids YouTube channel for those links. Gives you a really good breakdown of everything that we've kind of talked about from the people that worked on it directly. So that we'll make sure that I get those links up.
Yeah, listen, Britten, what you have any last words before we wrap up for the evening?
Yeah, I just want to thank our partners at Negro League Baseball, Harlem Globetrotters, and the Black Five. Wouldn't have happened without their support. The team at Lids put a lot of heart and soul into this one, and it shows. I want to thank you guys because you have created a platform for getting content out there to the biggest fans of headwear. And I'll throw jerseys in here, not that it's the typical audience, but I think there's a lot of Jersey fans out there too. But without this platform, we wouldn't be reaching as many people. And I love the community that you've built, and that headwear is being talked in the same way as sneakers, which hasn't happened in a while. And I think you all have a lot to do with that. So we appreciate it, Lids.
And we appreciate the fact that you value us the way you do. It's not, we don't get that same level of appreciation from everybody, but we certainly get it from you, and it feels really good. Which is why we'll continue to go to bat for Lids and other companies like yours that are doing the right things, because I think it's amazing. And listen, I just want to end with this. You want to connect with something that feels good. It's not just about the end product. It's about how the sausage is made, so to speak. And when you hear about how it's made and you understand about how these things are put together, the thought, the website, the content that goes along with it. I mean, come on, man, how can you not be engaged with this? And I'm watching. I'm seeing people talking so positively about this product. And what I love is that you put in so many doors. It's nice and deep, so everyone can get a chance to enjoy this. And don't underestimate that for everybody out there. Don't underestimate the fact that it's being made in a way and being deployed in a way where so many people can enjoy this product.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to, you all have one less 7 1/4 and everything to enjoy, but there's still plenty out there. So with that, this was fantastic. Britten, thanks again for spending the evening with us. We appreciate it. For all the viewers out there, thank you. We value you more than you know. And we're wrapping up this evening, but I do want you all to hit that like button on the way out. That would be appreciated. Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Viewsfromthevault.com for official merchandise. Please rate, review, subscribe to the podcast, available on all major streaming platforms. For Jason, Leon, and Pierre, and Britten, we're signing out. Stay fitted, guys.
See you, everybody.